Hi and welcome to How to Make a Fire by Friction. My name is Colin Watson. So the materials that you will need to make a fire by friction. There's the spindle, which is the horizontal stick there, the thunderhead, the floorboard, and finally the bow. So here's how to do it. First of all, you'll place the floorboard on top of a piece of paper or a flat surface. You can use paper, you can use aluminum foil, and other materials like that. Twist the spindle into the bowstring and press the thunderhead at the top of the spindle so that it will jam it between the floorboard hole and where you are holding it. So when you do this, you are going to want to keep the spindle as vertical as possible and your bow flat. That way the string doesn't jump up and down across the length of the spindle. Here I put my hand under my thigh. That way I can put as much pressure as I can while keeping it steady. You can do this either way. I just found it easier like that. The other way of doing it is at an angle like this. So here, once I get it going, there's a lot more smoke just because it's working on one part of the hole, not the whole area.
Oh my god. The ember just went out.
This is called a spark, or popping a spark. It's the little red ember there in the notch of the floorboard. So the way that this works is you cut the notch in so that the goober's dust, which is the little black dust right there, will be created due to the friction of rubbing off of the wood. It will advance up the notch and then eventually warm up enough that it will light. So once the ember is created, so once the goober's dust is lit, you want to make sure that it stays out of the wind and that way it doesn't blow out. But at the same time, you want to keep adding goober's dust and softly blowing on it so that it will stay alive. It takes some practice to do it. It's a little hard the first time, but otherwise, once you get the hang of it, it's easy. What you're about to see me do is cut the spark in half. I do this, you don't have to, but it's just so that when I'm trying to light a fire, I don't use it all, and if it fails and I have to pop another spark, it's just to catch myself. After you've cut it in half, grab something. You can grab newspaper, a bird's nest, anything that can light really easily, and put it in a shape of a bowl so that it just sits in there nice and easy and won't fall out. So once the spark is in the bowl, I'm gonna say, you blow on it really softly so that it starts to burn the bird's nest, or the newspaper in this case. And once you've done that, you start doing a figure 8 in the air, making sure that it's catching the air a little more and it's more consistent. That helps a lot. And finally, once it's burst into flames, you have your fire, and you can take it from there. So part 3 of this video is about care and handling. So for your thunderhead, you're going to need to use lubricants, anything that will stop the squeaking really, and that won't dig into the wood. For the floorboard, never touch the hole, because the oils from your fingers will mess it up. You always want to pump on a flat surface so you don't crack your floorboard. You're going to want to keep goober's dust, save it up so that later you'll be able to use it. And lastly, you're going to want to make sure that your bowstring isn't too tight. Thank you for watching.